Welcome to the weekly stock market roundup. This video is sponsored by YZ T-shirts. They make T-shirts for Indian audiences with Indian philosophy and design as the ethos behind it. You can go to any design and look up the design ethos to understand exactly how the design is made, what it says, why the colors are like that, or why the design is like that. There is a coupon code that we have for you called Finance Dragon that gives you a 20% discount on the T-shirts. Please do check them out. Now back to the video. Before we start, a disclaimer. The information presented in this video is purely historical and reflects our understanding of past historical events. It is not investment advice, stock recommendations, or financial guidance of any kind. Please do your own research and consult a SEBI registered financial advisor or other qualified and certified professional before making any investment or trading decisions. Let's start with the BSE Sensex. As of this week, 24th October 2025, the BSE Sensex closed at 84,211.88. It was up 0.31% from last week, where it had closed at 83,952.19, and it is up 6.06% year on year. It had closed on 25th October 2024 at 79,402.29. This is the graph of the last 10 years. As you can see, it has been growing steadily and doing well. Now for the NSE Nifty 50, it closed at 25,795.15 as of Friday, 24th October 2025. It was up 0.33%. 25,709.85 was what it closed at on 17th October 2025. On a year-on-year basis, it is up 6.68%. It had closed on 25th October 2024 at 24,180.80. It is up, as you can see, the last 10 years, moving gradually up. Now, comparing the Nifty 50 and the Sensex, the global indices, the Nasdaq, as you can see, is performing out here. It had been an outlier right from 2020 onwards, and the Indian indices are performing here. The Dow and the Nikkei are here. Europe, FTSE 100 and the Euronext are here, and the Chinese indices are slowly catching up. If you look at the numbers, for the last 10 years, you can see the Nifty 50 and the Sensex have been at 212.27 and 207.77. Nasdaq 100 obviously has been the outlier for 47.59. The next two are the Dow Jones at 167.87, Nikkei at 160.20, Euronext at 82.14, FTSE at 50.31, while the Chinese indices, the Shanghai Composite and the Hang Seng, the Hong Kong Stock Exchange Composite, has been here at 13.17. On a year-on-year basis, the Indian indices have been performing here down compared to the others. The global indices are here. So if you look at the percentage points, approximately it is at 5.98, 5.26 on a year-on-year basis compared to the next one, which is at 10.45. This is the Dow at 10.45. The next ones are the FTSE 100 and the Euronext at 16.41, 15.67. You can see them here. These are the two FTSE 100 Euronext are here. Then, of course, there is the Shanghai Composite 18.91. Then, of course, is 24.60 Nasdaq 100. Then Hang Seng at 26.99 and 27.70 is led by the Nikkei 225. These are the year-on-year returns. If you look at the month-on-month returns, you can see that the Shanghai Composite was down 1.23% as of this week. Last week it was down nearly 5% on a month-on-month basis. So it is kind of performing well for this week as of now. You will see more of it in the blog that we have shared the link for you in the description. You can read about them there. On a sector performance basis, let's look at them how they perform. The BSE Focus IT was the one which was the top sector performer. The next was information technology, then BSE Tech, telecommunication, and metal. The bottom five were BSE Services, BSE Consumer Discretionary, BSE Fast Moving Consumer Goods, Consumer Durables, and Auto. IT was at 42,088.37. It is still quite a long way up from its 52-week high. Somewhere down around, say, one third. It has recovered one third approximately from the 52-week low. Information technology is comparatively there also, similar 35,260.84. It is again nearly one third up from the 52-week low and down from the 45,791.73 52-week high. BSE Tech is 17,667.72, down from the 52-week high of 20,703.86. Telecommunication is a similar story somewhat. 3,200.99 was the 52-week high, and it is at 30,014.35. Metal is at 34,290.99, nearly at the 52-week high. Services 1597.50, again on the near the 52-week high. Consumer discretionary, again near the 52-week high, if you can see. FMCG, again near the 52-week high comparatively. Durables, they are at 60,782.73, somewhere in the middle somewhat. Auto, again, will be 52-week high because of GST reforms and the sales upsurge in the last couple of months. As you can see here, 6409.27, 61,946.82. If we look at the NSE, the story is somewhat similar. Nifty IT has been the one which is the top sector to watch out this week. Then mid-small IT and telecom, PSU Bank, mid-small financial services and metal. The bottom five have been mid-small healthcare, consumer durables, FMCG, auto and financial services 2550. And you can see the 52-week high and compare them to the week close as of now. The 52-week low also gives a good indicator of where each one stands as of this moment. 35,986.35 is what it is for Nifty IT, quite down from the 52-week high, but somewhere as we see in the BSE around one third of the way up. Similar story for the mid small IT and telecom. PSU Bank is nearing its 52-week high. Mid small financial services again is near the 52-week high, quite up from the 12,407.95 it was at 52-week low. Metal is also near the 52-week high at 10,347.45. It is 10,457.40 was the 52-week high. Now let's look at the stocks week on week. The top 10 stocks of BSE 500 were Sammaan Capital, Birlasoft, CEAT, Vodafone Idea, Credit Access Grameen. It was down last week. India Energy Exchange, Vardhaman Textiles, E-Clerk Services, IDFC First Bank, Bank of India. The bottom 10 were Tanla Platforms, Tejas Networks, Godfrey India, Poonawalla FinCorp, Ola Electric Mobility. It is down this week compared to what it was last week, up. Dixon Technologies, Dalmia Bharat, Tata Investment Corporation, Metro Brands, Jindal Saw. You can see the performance this week, previous week close, and the week on week difference, along with the percentage point calculation here. You can see it here also. So for the BSE, Sammaan Capital was up 13.11, Birlasoft 11.93. The story is somewhat similar also for the NSE. If you look at it, Birlasoft is again here 11.58, Sammaan Capital is 13.29, but the outlier was Shipping Corporation of India at 21.75 up. CEAT was again here, Vodafone Idea, Credit Access Grameen. So the story is somewhat similar. These companies are also performing well on the BSE. On the bottom 10, Tejas Networks again, similar story to the BSE. Godfrey Phillips India again, similar story. Poonawalla FinCorp again, similar story. Force Motors, Dixon again here. Ola Electric here again, Dalmia Bharat. So there's not much of a difference between the NSE and the BSE in terms of the top stocks and the bottom stocks. These are the bottom 10 stocks of the NSE 500. You can pause the video and look at the slides turn by turn to understand them better. We have just gone through them very quickly for you here. And that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you again next week. Have a very great week ahead. Goodbye.